Okay, so what is WordPress? WordPress is software that allows users to build their own website and publish them live on the internet. More specifically, WordPress is called a content management system, or CMS. A CMS is basically the platform behind building a website. In the early days of the internet, building a website usually required manually writing HTML, CSS, and code just to publish a single page. WordPress introduced a revolutionary way to build websites with a free drag and drop builder, free plugins, and free website templates. This made it simple for anyone to build websites without having any website or coding experience. And the best part about WordPress, it's completely free. WordPress powers roughly 590 million websites. That's about 43% of all websites on the internet. While other platforms like Shopify only power around 4%, Wix powers about 3%, and Squarespace roughly around 3% as well. This means WordPress alone runs nearly half of the entire internet and has become the most popular CMS in the world. So that leaves us with the next question. Why are so many people building their website with WordPress? Well, the possibilities are endless with WordPress. WordPress offers a variety of free plugins and free themes to let users build and customize their websites. In fact, there are more than 60,000 free WordPress plugins and 12,000 free themes in the WordPress repository. And there's a lot of free themes and plugins that companies spend a lot of time to develop. One of them is called Elementor. Elementor allows you to visually build your website using a free drag and drop page builder. You simply drag and drop elements, change the color and fonts, hit publish, and your website is live and ready to go. But if you're a little lazy, like me, no problem, you can always go with one of their pre-made templates. With WordPress, there's also a large variety of free WordPress themes. Like the Sol's theme. The Sol's theme comes with more than 100 free template kits that you can easily import on your website with one click. You install the free theme, go pick out a nice template, hit publish, and see your website instantly come to life. A WordPress theme controls how your website looks. It decides the design, layout, colors, and style of your website. These free themes and free plugins are located right in the dashboard of WordPress. You can simply type the plugin you need for your websites, install it, and start using it right away. And not to mention, these plugins can completely change the functionality of your website. Do you want to integrate booking on your website? Easy, just install the free Amelia plugin and start letting users book appointments on your website right away. Want to build an e-commerce website? Just install the WooCommerce plugin. This will instantly convert your entire website into an online store. Or what about a donation website? Just install GiveWP and start accepting donations on your website right away. So now that we know what WordPress is, let me show you how to install it. But before we jump into this, I first need to explain the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress. This confuses everybody. And I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't make a lot of sense, so I'll do my best to explain it. One of the first beginner's mistake is not understanding the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress. At first glance, they look the same. They share the same name, the same branding, and even the same logo, but these are completely different building platforms. You've probably heard WordPress is free, but when you go to WordPress.com, well, they want money right away. WordPress.com is a hosted service run by a company called Automatic. WordPress.com is honestly a cluttered mess. The dashboard is filled with random menus, half the settings are locked behind a paywall, and every time you try to do something simple, they're constantly trying to upsell you. So when we say WordPress, we're not really referring to WordPress.com. And the reviews kind of speak for themselves on Trustpilot. WordPress.com is just a really weird platform. Now compare that to WordPress, the ones you actually watch on YouTube. So this is WordPress. This is where the dashboard is clean, you have full control over your websites, and you can install whatever you want without someone trying to nickel and dime you every step of the way. All the WordPress plugins and themes are free with WordPress without any limitation. To keep it simple, if you want a professional looking website, use this version of WordPress. It's also referred to most people by WordPress.org. So the next question is, how do we install WordPress? How do we use this version of WordPress that everyone's using on YouTube? Well, let me show you. WordPress recommends you install their CMS through a hosting company. In fact, if you go to WordPress.org, they actually recommend doing it by this method. Almost all web hosting companies offer WordPress for their customers, so you shouldn't have any issues installing it with your hosting provider. Today, most hosting companies give you a one-click install for WordPress. They make it really simple to install WordPress. The cheapest hosting provider I recommend is definitely Hostinger, hands down. They make it literally idiot-proof to install WordPress. You first start by picking a hosting plan. I recommend the business plan with Hostinger. It'll be about $50 a year. You then check out and purchase the plan. Next, it'll then prompt you to install WordPress automatically. It then brings you back to your WordPress dashboard, and now you've got WordPress installed and you're all ready to go. The best part is you can make up to 50 websites on your plan and even 100 on the cloud startup. I'll leave a link to Hostinger in the video description and a coupon code. If you use our coupon code DURL10, you'll save an additional 10% off any of the hosting plans that Hostinger offers. Now, before you guys go, I do want to talk about something very controversial, and that is the question, will AI replace WordPress? My simple answer is not in the near future. Maybe in the next 10 to 15 years, it might be a feasible competitor, but at the current rate, you still need plugins with WordPress, and that's where it just dominates AI. Even AI admitted it can't really replace very complex plugins. Let me give you an example. So for example, this is my website, darrylwilson.com, and this is a large e-commerce website where we pull around 10 to 15K a month, and we utilize the WooCommerce plugin. Now I was thinking maybe I should make my own WooCommerce plugin using AI. Now over here, I actually ran a really detailed prompt. I had to do deep research on WooCommerce, all their documentation, and even all of its competitors. Now, after it formulated all this information and it actually tried to replicate WooCommerce, it basically came back with a message. They said, I can't really replicate that for you because it's such a large plugin, but we can make something more simpler. Basically what I'm saying is a lot of these plugins with WordPress, they have massive amounts of employees working on these plugins, and they're not just some simple plugin. It's like a very large operation. And that's fine. It did make something more simpler for me, and I'll probably show you that in another video. But what I'm demonstrating here is that you really can't replicate very complex plugins with AI just because there's so much work, there's so many angles to it. It's really hard to reproduce it. Now, there are some plugins that I believe will get replaced, like booking plugins, contact forms, and a few others. And I made this video here talking about how WordPress plugins are becoming a waste of time. And if you do want to see this video, I will leave it in the video description. So that's what WordPress is, and this is my general take if AI will replace WordPress. Nowhere in the near future. Again, maybe in the next 10 to 15 years, it might become a very strong competitor, but we're just not there yet. So that's my answer. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See all you party people later.